Here we go. I'm muted again, y'all. I did it again. Listen, you know what? I think that means good luck. That's what I think that means good luck. I muted myself again. I need to stop doing that. That's what it is, because it mutes itself on its own. So, yeah. So listen, I appreciate y'all. What I was saying, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. 27 straight days in the gym. I'm doing real good. You know, health is wealth. I got a great sister on. She is super dope. I am glad to have her on. I cannot wait to bring her on. That means good luck, y'all. That's all that means. Good luck. That's all it means. Keisha, what's going on? I see you. Yeah. This is crazy. We here. But once again, I appreciate y'all. This has been going great. The show, BeClear Alert podcast. I've gotten an amazing response. I'm bringing some real key people on, y'all. So y'all make sure y'all keep it locked, keep it tuned in to this evening. Oh man, a good sister. She goes by the name of Erin Johnell Dickey. I hope I said that right. Erin Johnell Dickey. She is an author, writer, actor, motivational speaker. She has written 2 books, Girl Talk 101 and Girl Talk, The Daughter's Edition. She is also the founder of Positive Princesses Own and Possesses, PPOP LLC. Her newest endeavor has been writing and directing a short film series called The Prolific High School, PHS. She believes in owning and possessing every dream that God gives, leaving no dream unfulfilled. Through social media, Erin encourages others to believe in themselves and see the best in life. Erin is the most positive person in the world, and she loves motivating everyone around her to be the best that they can be and be always trying at least one more time. Ladies and gentlemen, this is dope, y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, help me wish Miss Erin to the stage. How you doing?
Thank you so much for allowing me to be here on BeClear Alert podcast. I'm so excited.
Yes. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. I met you. I was sort of following. I don't know. Well, I know we have a mutual friend. And then when I posted you, she was like, "Oh, that's my girl, Tashawn." Like, that's my girl. I said, "Oh yeah, well, she's gonna be on." So she's actually, I think she's tuned in right now. But yeah, so we are here. And then when I went through your page, I was like, "Oh yeah, okay, she's doing some things. We're gonna get to know who this sister is," and that's what it is. That is good. I'm so glad again that you're here and available to do this. You're doing great things. How are you, first of all? How was your day? How's everything with you?
I am great. Better now that I'm here. So
yes,
I am
no doubt.
Every day that we're here, we're live on purpose. So I'm great.
Yeah, absolutely. I like to start off by asking people, who is Erin Johnell Dickey?
Erin Johnell Dickey is a motivator, a lover of life, and she's also a storyteller. I love telling stories, whether it's through photography, whether it's through film. I love telling stories. Mm-hmm. So I'm that motivator, and I'm that lover of life.
That's good. Okay. Where are you originally from?
I'm originally from Albany, Georgia, and wow. I see Erin. I saw that he is in the chat, but yeah, I'm from Albany, Georgia.
Oh, that's what's up. You say Erin? That's how you say it? Oh, snap. LaRon. You gotta make sure we say that. I've been saying it wrong the whole time. Wait a minute now. Yeah.
Country. I'm from Albany, Georgia, so we mess up names.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, that's what's up. Y'all went to school together.
We did.
Oh, that is what's up. That is what's up. So born and raised in Albany, Georgia.
Yes.
All right. So to talk about how was it growing up in Albany, Georgia?
Oh my goodness. I grew up. So I was born in 1980. I know some women don't like to tell their age, but I'm happy to be alive. Happy to be here.
I thought it was 1990.
Wow. So I was going through high school in the 90s, and growing up in Albany was great because it was a community. We had 4 high schools. Everybody knew each other, and it was just a great place to live.
That is what's up. Talk about how were you growing up? Who was the young girl growing up? Like, how was she? Who was she?
A dreamer. I have always wanted to be in entertainment, but life, it throws its curves, and sometimes you go on a different path. But what I realized is it's all about the journey. But yeah, I was a dreamer. I always wanted to be in entertainment. In fact, when I was in high school and as soon as I graduated, I had applied to Georgia State to major in film and producing, 1999, film and producing. I'm like, oh my goodness, if I would have gotten a degree in film and producing in the 2003, I can't imagine where I would be. But I've always been a dreamer. My friends would laugh at me. I collect dolls. I'm just a dreamer.
Wow. So you always wanted to be in entertainment or from young?
That's correct. Yes.
So you told yourself, listen, I'm going to be on TV. I want to be famous at some point in time in my life. You used to tell yourself that.
Yes, I did. I believed it. Like, I've always been optimistic. And I think some people are in the signs and some people aren't. But I realize that I'm a Sagittarius, and Sagittarius, positive people, you just can't tell us what we can't do. Yeah. And I realize that if you dream it, you can do it. But it does take a lot of hard work, and belief in yourself, and never giving up.
Wow. So you are a teacher now.
Yes, that is correct.
Is that something did that spring up on you, or that's something you always wanted to do as well?
Well, teaching is funny because teaching is like my second career, even though when I went to school, because I ended up going to school in Albany, Georgia, and that's the reason why I didn't major in film and producing. Okay. So at first, my major was middle grade education, and I changed it. And so I've been on a long path when it comes to career-wise, but somehow I ended up in education, and I have been able to motivate that motivational piece. I've been able to motivate a lot of young ladies and men. Yeah. So I guess it's just the path that I was supposed to go on.
Wow. How long have you been teaching so far?
I have been teaching for a good, I would say 15 years. So I've taught I've taught adults. I used to teach classes. I've also taught my middle school students in high school. So it's a variety of students that
15 years. So you love it. You love it.
Yes, I do. I really do. I love the motivation part of it. I love motivating my students every single day. You have to be that smile, that force that they might not have in their lives.
Yeah. So motivational speaking, is that something that you've always wanted to do, or that's something that came later on?
It came later on. I think the positive person in me just loves motivating. And in the 2000s, I started looking at Lisa Nichols, and I loved her motivational speeches. And also when I was in college, we used to have convocations, and I would love our convocations where we would have people come out and speak to us and motivate. I was like, I want to do that. Now, I haven't been able to speak at a college yet, but I have done some events with young ladies. And I've also had a few empowerment sessions that I've done with women as well.
Oh, that's dope. So writing, author. Writing is something is that another thing that you were doing from young, or, that came up on you?
I was writing at a young age. I used to write scripts, didn't know how to write scripts, but I would love writing. Wow. So when I was younger, I would write stories. In fact, I said I would have my own media company called Black Creation when I got older. And so it's funny. I always say, maybe I need to have Black Creation, that media company I always thought about. But yeah, writing is something that I loved. I found out that I'm a very creative person. I love everything in the arts. I'm a storyteller.
Wow. That is amazing. Let's talk about your books. Girl Talk 101. What inspired that book, and what is it about?
So I guess you could say this is the teacher in me, because it's Girl Talk 101, the course you didn't get in college. So when I was in my 20s, I'm like, there's so many things that we didn't learn as young ladies. This is the course I did not get in college. Let me type this and let me motivate other women to live their dreams. One thing is to never give up. Let's motivate them to, you mentioned being healthy, to make sure that we understand that health is wealth, and just understand that we never give up on anything. So that was the force I just started writing. And that's the motivating part of me. It's the course you didn't get in college.
Wow.
And it's for more of women in their 20s, late 20s.
Oh, okay. And the next one, is that like a sequel or part 2? Or
Yes, yes, that was Girl Talk, the Daughters edition. So Girl Talk 101, the course you didn't get in college, it deals with issues that I've had to deal with, and they're grown women issues. So everyone would say, well, I wish you had a book for my daughter. So I said, you know what? We'll do a spinoff of Girl Talk 101, the course. And so Girl Talk, the Daughters edition, is specifically for young ladies to motivate them to believe in themselves, to have self-confidence, and to dream and dream big.
Wow. So what is your main inspiration? What really motivates you to motivate?
Life. In general, life is hard. And I want to motivate those because I always say that I'm the underdog. I feel some way that I am an underdog and I connect to different people. And so life makes me want to motivate. I want people to love life. I want them to know that life's journey sometimes gets hard, but we have to appreciate what we have and appreciate that we're here. So life is what really motivates me.
What is the biggest thing that you've taken away from life thus far in your whole entire existence?
To never take a day for granted, to make sure you live in the moment. I'm an open heart surgery survivor. So in 2020, I had open heart surgery during the pandemic.
Wow.
And I went into that surgery not knowing if I would be alive. And I actually struggled to get here, get back on this side. So me having open heart surgery has really taught me that life is valuable and to take the pictures, because if you're not. So what I did when I had open heart surgery, I have a 19-year-old son. So before my surgery, I made sure to create a book of photos, because I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be here or not, but I want to make sure he has these photos with these memories. So that made me want to take pictures even more and document life even more once I had that surgery, because I'm that person. I want to document. I want to make sure that we have the pictures, we have the videos, because life is not promised. But it's so worth it. It's so worth it to live it.
Yeah. So can you, up until that point or after that experience, how did that affect you or change you in any way?
It changed me. I would say it changed my mindset. I've always been positive, but again, just to be able to appreciate things, I think I appreciate things so much more. And a lot of times I try not to let things get to me, because sometimes we can get down, but I don't believe in staying down for over a day. Like I'll let myself fall because I can let myself be human, but I have to realize that, hey, life keeps going on.
Life keeps, Yeah, that is. I can definitely relate. In 2022, Christmas of 2022, I was diagnosed with congestive heart failure. So I understand, what it is to deal with a heart issue. Didn't have surgery, but I can only imagine, the fear going in. If you had any, like the thoughts going, like that whole experience. Is that something, have you ever shared openly in detail?
So when I had my open heart surgery, I documented it.
Okay.
So I documented, I put it on my YouTube channel. I also put it out on social media as well. So everybody knew that I was having heart surgery because I wanted them to see that we all go through things, but it's all about your perception.
So that through that positivity definitely helped you along through the process of through surgery and even after, just remaining positive.
And it made me want to dream. Like it made me really want to accomplish my dreams, because I realized, hey, life isn't promised.
No doubt.
And so each day you have to live out your dreams. So it really made me want to push and go after my dreams even more.
Yeah, definitely. Let's talk about your series. Let's get into that. PHS. Talk about what the inspiration, behind that. And what is the basis of the show? What is it about?
So Prolific High School at PHS, the basis of this is that you have teachers and you have students, and we're all going through issues. And I wanted to showcase these students are inner city students. So this is your modern day, I would say, Lean on Me. Okay. We have a Principal Rob, and he's the person that keeps us in order. He keeps the classes in order whenever the teachers need them. And we have some students, and the students can be very challenging, but there's some good in these students. And that's what I wanted to share, is that a lot of times people see children, especially of color, and the ones that are very they're boisterous and they might not follow the same rules that other people do, but there's some good in them. And I love young people. So me writing this is Prolific High School is we have to water them. We have to make sure that we're watering this group of students and not giving up on them. Even though they might use some choice language, they might assault a teacher at times, but they are good. There is some good in these students. And I believe that if we don't get to our youth, then who will? So I want to tell this story of these young people who seem like they have issues, and they do. But at the end of the day, if a good teacher reaches them, a good administrator reaches them, then they will help that child out.
That is what's up. I saw a couple of clips on YouTube that has like a comedic tone to it, and is it a comedy with that message?
Yes, that is correct. So in order to reel people in, you have to bring that comedy in. Yeah. So you're seeing the reels that have been they've been pushed out. And then now the series, we've got a short film. It's the first day of school. And our first day of school at PHS was hard. The students were off the chain. So we're going to roll that series out, and it has some comedy, but we have a serious episode. And I don't want to say what the serious episode is, but there is a serious episode in there because there will be issues, because you have to comedy. Life is funny. And we want to reel you in, but we also want to talk about the issues that people of color face. That's important. So I want to tell that story. I'm not seeing that story online or even on TV. And they say if you want to see something on TV or online, produce it yourself. And so that's what I'm doing.
Absolutely, that is the attitude to have. When is it scheduled to come out?
So it will be coming out in February. So it was supposed to be coming out in January. We're done with the short series, that first short series. We're done with it. We've got a little short film for that first day of school. So it will be coming out in February. It's done and complete. And I can't wait to roll out the series.
Oh my goodness. I cannot wait. How was it getting the actors and everything for the roles? How was that process?
So the actors, I met some of them on a video shoot. Oh, okay. And so we connected. And then it was a few actors. One of the actors, he knew a few people. So it was kind of like word of mouth, some of my actor friends. And then also I met our director of photography. I met him at the video shoot, and we were all talking like, we need to create something. And so now we're all creating, and that is just the goal, is to create and work together and create material, create this team.
That is what's up. I cannot wait for this to come out. Y'all need to go to our IG and see the clips. I was like, oh my goodness, I can't. I can't wait. And I can only imagine, like, how is it filming? With the cast. I'm sure that there's bloopers. I'm sure that there's a lot of funny moments. I'm sure there's a lot of takes. And how is that process for you right now?
The cast is hilarious. In fact, some of the things you see, we have a script. okay? But they have to bring in their own flavor, okay,
doubt.
to their character. And so they really spice up they spice up their characters. And some things that you see was not written by me, it was totally art. So they got in there and they take on that role. They are students and teachers, and everything is just going either crazy or good, but it's fun, and it's fun to actually film and to have a team, and it's not me, it's everyone that's we work together. So it's an entire team, from the cast, the actors, and some of the actors are producing their own series and have their own productions, and then got our cinematographer. It's just everyone coming collectively together to create this work, and it's magic. Like there's one scene that I have, and we're doing behind the scene footage, and then so got some cast members outside of the classroom, and then their work is brilliant, and then the other people in the classroom start clapping. That's magic.
Yeah. Oh, that is dope. That is dope. So I can only imagine the chemistry with everybody there. Everybody's bringing their talents, to the camera. Directing, is that what was it that said, you know what? I want to make my own. I want to start directing. What at that moment? When was that moment?
When I was in high school and I wanted to major in film and producing, that's one thing I wanted to be behind the camera. So I remember watching Waiting to Exhale.
Okay.
And looking at Whitney Houston. Savannah was her character, and Savannah was directing. I was like, I want to be her. I want to be Savannah. I want to direct. And like I said, I always like to write. I always loved television. So I really love television. So I wanted to major in film and producing, but I didn't get the chance. I let my father talk me into going to school in Albany, Georgia. And so I had to get another major because they didn't have film and producing. So here I am in 2020 not 2020, 2019, 2018 on set. I was able to book my first background role on Being Mary Jane. And so I was amazed with Hollywood, what went on set. So after that, I've been able to go on set and be a background actor. And also I was a stand-in as well. And so I just love what goes on with them. So whenever I go on and I do my background work, I am watching the directors, I'm watching the production crew, I'm watching everything that goes on there, because I want to eventually be in that spotlight.
Yeah. What keeps you grounded?
God. God keeps me grounded. And he keeps me humble as well. I always say there are a lot of people who say that they believe in God, but they don't show it. Their actions don't show it. So he keeps me grounded. He keeps me humble. And then my experiences, again, I told you I'm the underdog. So I love, and I think I've also worked with a variety of people too. And so just working with a variety of people, I didn't mention this, but I was a GED teacher in a prison as well.
Wow.
And so working in a prison, you have so many experiences. And so that's why even with PHS, the underdogs, I love underdogs. And I feel like I'm an underdog. So I'm still rising. So that's what keeps me grounded.
That is what's up. What is it that you do daily to prepare for this success? Because this thing is going to take off. And, once it hit, you got to be ready to accept that, to take that in. Is there something you do daily, to help you prepare for that? Come on now. Journal. Oh, she froze up on us. Hold on. What is it? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right, go ahead now. Answer the, so what is it one thing you do? Journal.
Journal and a calendar. Okay.
Wow,
so this is daily. I'm more successful when I'm writing everything down. We're supposed to write the vision and make it plain. And I believe in that. And then I believe in vision as well. No doubt. This is like my vision poster behind me.
What is the biggest thing? What is the biggest thing this year that you're, one of the biggest goal this year that you're going to accomplish?
I am going to roll out PHS, the series. We've rolled out the reels. We're going to film more all year. My goal is to film more for PHS. And then I also have a short film that me and my cinematographer are going to work on. And that is going to be on Black. It's called Black on Black, and it's going to be about Black men. My goal is to create meaningful stories.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm that storyteller, and I want to talk about young Black men because, like I said, our youth, our culture is important. And I think we just need to see more positivity online. I know PHS, you might hear them curse a little. I know you might see them few crazy things, but that's just to reel everyone in. But there's a story behind those kids. And so that's what I want to do is produce my short film, Black on Black.
What is it about storytelling that's really gets you excited? Or why is it that you like it so much?
That's hard to say because I really I love that stories can convey a message. And I think it's the message that I love the most. And you can watch a good film and it makes you feel good. I've always liked positive films. I always love that. So I think it's that message behind the story or the message in the story.
What is it that you want the viewer to gain from Prolific High School?
I want the viewers to see the students, and I want them to say that, okay, I want teachers to look at it and say, you know what? That little person that was in my classroom misbehaving. Something I need to find out why they were misbehaving. I want to make sure that people see young people as not as a challenge, but as a project that we all can work on. And that's what I really want. I want people to see the good in students. And even though you got these students showing out, they're good. And I also want people to see what teachers go through because teachers go through a lot. And everything that's written in PHS, it's not about me personally and my teaching experience. In fact, I work at a career academy where my students are really top notch. But I've been in situations where I've substituted a long time ago. I have friends that are working the inner city and they deal with a lot. Our kids that are fighting and taking video with their phone, that I want to be able to, I want to somehow get to my kids as well and tell them to stop doing it. So that's where the comedy comes in at, because the comedy reels the kids in, because the kids are the ones that are liking the videos. One of the actors in HS, he posted and he's got over 10,000 views. It's for young people. Young people like it because they can feel it too. So I want young people to look at this story and see that we see them and we understand their struggles too, because young people go through a lot. They really do with social media.
Yeah, I was going to say that as well. Earlier you said that you're not really a strict teacher. So how was Miss Dickey in the classroom?
Miss Dickey is positive. My students, sometimes I feel like I'm not supposed to be in the classroom because I'm so positive, and sometimes the students will even say, "You're so nice." I said, "But are you learning?" And they'll say, "Well, it's easy. It's easy because we're learning and we're learning fun. And I make sure that there's an open atmosphere where my students, first of all, we become family and then we can learn together." And so a lot of times Miss Dickey is just I love my students. And so my students are my kids. I call them my kids. I have one son, but I have a lot of kids, I always say.
No doubt.
So is open in the classroom, loving, and my students learn. They really do. But again, that I'm just a different teacher. I'm not that teacher who is always like, they feel like they have to have power in order to run a classroom. I don't have to have all that power to run a class, and my students don't run over me either.
Wow. So do you feel that there is one thing that our youth today is struggling from you being a teacher?
Mental health. My students say it every day. They talk to me every single day. in schools, they have to have, we talk about motivational speakers. We've got to have these people coming in to motivate these kids. They're going through things daily and they struggle mentally. It's different than when we were growing up because they have that cell phone. And so they don't just leave school at school.
Yeah.
School is it. Whatever happens in the day, it could trickle down to at home because something happened and someone recorded them.
Yeah,
they're seeing killings. Yeah, they're seeing killings online. I mean, even my own son has, just looked at killings because it's online. And I'm like, don't do that because of your mental health. So our kids deal with a lot. And I think that's another reason why I wrote PHS, because I want people to understand that children go through a lot, our teens. Some people say, oh, we had to do this and this, but these kids going through a lot. They also have that other factor called social media.
Yeah. I think that they're definitely going through a lot, and social media it's like a gift and a curse type thing, right? It's like it's a good thing, but it could also be so bad because it's so affecting. Like, right, you could get anything from social media. So it's like, everything that happened in school, everything that happened at home, everything that happened in real life, it's everywhere. It's like you can't really escape it. You know what I mean? And then it's really hard for them to put the phone down, to really focus and deal with their mental health. You know what I mean? And what do you feel as a solution? Is there like enough help in school, to help students that are dealing with mental health issues?
So we have mental health counselors in the school. However, my students say they still need more help. So we have the guidance counselors, and we also, like I said, have mental health counselors, but I think we need an entire system. Have you watched Taraji P. Henson and her initiative with mental health and her putting the pods and therapists at the colleges? I think that's what we need in schools.
Wow. Because
this generation is different. Like I said, they're dealing with so many. They dealt with the pandemic.
Yeah.
I never dealt with a pandemic. Like I said.
None of us did.
Yeah. I never dealt with it. None of us, like you said. And so they went to school online, for a while. They've gone through a series where there was masks. So they're dealing with so much. And we've got to find some type of solutions, because my students we were talking, and they were talking about mental health, and they were talking about the fights. And they said, because their fights, they have fight pages. There are fight pages all over where kids are fighting, and it's just anger. And so we've got to find a way to teach these kids anger management. We have to find a way to figure out what is hurting, what's going on at home. We need more social workers in school. And we have workers, but we need those people that are going to homes. We need to go back to the whole system.
Yeah. What can the students do at home, and what can the parents do at home to combat that?
The students can take breaks from their cell phone, for one. I think that's one thing that they need to do, is to be able to, as adults, we know that sometimes, you know what, I've got to leave social media. It's great. I love social media. You and I would not be here talking to each other if it weren't for social media. However, they have to know how to utilize it, how to have that time management with it. And parents are going to have to talk to their kids and give them the resources. If they need counseling, give them counseling, or get them counseling, and teach them different mediation skills and life skills, because that's what these kids need.
Yeah. I agree. Wow. So Prolific High School dropping in a few weeks?
Yes, in February.
Okay. In February.
Not a specific, it's dropping.
In February. Okay, cool. So we were looking out for that. What? One more question. What was the mission and the purpose for Positive Princesses Own and Possesses?
So Positive Princesses Own and Possess That means as a daughter of God, you can do anything you put your mind to. I think we have to take ownership of our dreams. We have to take ownership of our health. We just have to take ownership of our life. So owning and possessing, meaning you take responsibility for your life. You're not putting it in anyone's hands other than God. And you know that you're God's daughter. And with that being said, you can do anything you put your mind to. You just have to believe and put hard work towards it.
You have the attention of 300 million people. What is it that you're saying?
I want to tell people to love each other. Love each other and stop being mean to each other. And understand we are all human. Give that smile. Be happy. Enjoy the moment. Forgive. I just want to tell them to love life and spread that love.
Come on. This is dope. That was dope. That was beautiful. Where tell the people, first of all, thank you for coming on. I really appreciate this. This is amazing. I really like what you got going on. I really, really like everything you've been saying, your mission, your purpose, and how you operate in your purpose. Speaking of purpose, what do you feel your purpose is?
My purpose in life, I really feel, is to motivate. I feel like it's to motivate and to tell stories. I have had people they might not say it publicly, but I have people that will say in a DM, thank you for that video.
Wow.
Thank you for motivating. And so that is my purpose, is to motivate and to tell stories.
That is what's up. Well, I'm excited. I cannot wait for PHS to come out, Prolific High School. That is, I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Tell the people where they can find you at and PHS when it drops.
Okay, so you can find PHS, and I will put it in the drop down menu, but you can find it on EJD Pop Media. So that's EJD Pop Media, and that's on YouTube. You can find me, Erin Johnell Dickey, on YouTube as well. You can find Erin Johnell Dickey on Instagram.
Okay.
And you can find me also Pop Media on Instagram.
That's dope. Any books in the future?
Yes, eventually.
Okay.
But what I'm going to chunk it. And this year we're going to work on filming. Okay. I hope. But I do want to write a book for teachers to encourage them to motivate their kids and to not give up, and also to motivate teachers as well. Because I focus on kids when I talk to you about Prolific High School, because our kids are our future. And if we don't get to them, no one else will. But the teachers' mental health is important too, because teachers do go through a lot. Yeah,
I was going to say there's a shortage of teachers throughout this country. And I was going to say, is there enough teacher support out there? Could that be the main problem?
It depends on what teachers you talk to. Okay. I think there's a lot. For one, you mentioned mental illness. Well, no, I mentioned mental health. So the students have mental health, a lot of mental health issues. And also there's pay for some teachers, and every teacher that does it right. for the love of teaching. But the support, it just depends on where you're at. Some teachers get a lot of support and some teachers don't. It just depends on the school that you're at, the county that you're at, maybe the state that you're at, even including pay. But there's a lot that teachers go through. We handle a lot when it comes to students. There's a lot of personalities as a teacher, and you can't just leave your class. So in a lot of careers, they can just walk away, right? Like if I'm in a business, I could just leave, take me a break. My kids are in front of me. I can't leave. I'm there. So I think there's a lot that teachers deal with, and we have life problems and issues, and we have to go in front of the students. And guess what? We're actors. I tell my students all the time, teachers are actors. We're actors anyway, because we get there. Sometimes we're not feeling it. A family member could have died. There are people that have gone through divorce, health issues, and we get there and we act, and we put on that act.
That is. That is what's up. Once again, tell people where they can reach you at, please.
Okay, so you all can reach me at Erin Johnell Dickey on Instagram. Instagram has everything. If you find me on Erin Johnell Dickey on Instagram, you can find everything else. I'm also Pop Media on Instagram, and don't forget to follow Prolific High School, and that's on EJD Pop Media.
That is what's up. Once again, thank you so much for being on. I really appreciate you. And I want to say that here at BeClear Alert Podcast, I support you, and whatever I can do to push your mission, to push your purpose forward, please don't hesitate to let me know. I will for sure be glad to promote. And I, again, cannot wait for it to drop because I love to laugh. And I definitely want to see this. So once again, Miss Erin Johnell Dickey, thank you so much for being on. Really appreciate you, sister love. For real.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much. And I also appreciate you for what you're doing. Keep up the good work. And I'm going to support you as well. Thank you so much for supporting the culture.
No doubt. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Y'all, listen, once again, that was dope. Miss Erin Johnell Dickey, please go ahead and support. Her information will be in the description in the next few minutes. Make sure you tap in. Make sure you support. PHS will be dropping in February, so cannot wait for that. And make sure you follow BeClear Alert Podcast everywhere except for Facebook. That's BeClear Alert Podcast, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Make sure you hit the subscribe button so you won't miss another show. Until next time, y'all, be safe, be happy, live life, and love you. All right? Peace. Y'all have a good night.